Right, so this is we've talked about this a bit before, but this is a big one. What am I going for there? It's
What word was that?
sprouting up again. The rumours are sprouting up again. Sheffield Wednesday potentially getting taken over. It's all over the Twitterverse at the minute. It looks like Chansiri is ready to sell and he's actively looking. If you take into account what some people in the know, in quotes, have heard. Talk me through this, Jake.
So basically, you look at what's been going on recently with Wednesday. Everyone says he's got no cash. We can't say that at all. We don't know what the finances are. But you look at what's happened with Wednesday. They bought him in 2015. He went for bust or glory, and it didn't work. And he's getting so much stick. And I think it was telling that when he comes over, he brings his family. And I don't think that's a case of the pandemic and stuff. I don't want to. I think it's more of this is a business trip. This isn't getting to know people kind of thing. Because we all know he's family based. He's very family orientated. Now, the rumours are at the minute that the 3 potential people involved, an English person, and this ain't a joke, by the way, an English person, Swiss, and unknown. Right? And the English one, there's a rumour going around, it could be the something brothers who tried to buy Derby. I think it's Ellsworth brothers or something like that. They tried to buy Derby and they pulled out. And they got like 750 million. There's a lot of people who were, and the former Rangers shareholders.
Right, okay, so former Rangers shareholders, Sandy and James Easdale.
That's
the
it.
Easdale brothers, yep.
So there was talk that they could be interested. Now, I'm all for it being a British person because they might understand it a little bit better. People with the Swiss link have gone, they know money. Now, if you made your money in Switzerland, there's only a couple of places where you could have made it. The unknown is the one that's a bit scary because you don't know who that is. You could get another Chansiri, you could get a...
they're linked with Mike Ashley, that's why they were there. And
a lot of people are like, I'd have Mike Ashley every day of the week. I'm like, no.
So I'm reading this about the Easdale brothers. So this is from Derbyshire Live. Quote, the former Rangers directors who have built a construction empire believed to be worth 750 million are said to be serious to rival American businessman Chris Kirchner for the control of the Rams. So they're linked with...
They pulled out as well.
They pulled out of the Derby one. So this is from... Yeah, because this is from last year. So they might have gone, you know what, Derby...
They pulled out because the admin, with whatever's going on with Derby, the timescale just wasn't right and they couldn't figure it. But it would make sense why Chansiri's been so quiet.
Yeah.
We haven't heard it. Normally, Chansiri would be popping up with a call with a journalist or whatever, and we haven't heard anything.
Reading a little bit about them here, they look like businessmen. They're sort of like moving up. They talk about moving on to the next thing, you know, trying to always sort of like progress. So,
and that's what we need.
Yeah, but
you don't want it. You don't want it as a business thing. You want it to be.
You don't want them. If you don't want the Mike Ashley situation of that sort of thing. Oh God, could you imagine if Mike Ashley took us over? I mean, you think it'd be in a great position, but
it's a stupid... Right. People always had the Mike Ashley thing. If you actually look at it as a business sense, Newcastle always made money. They were one of the only clubs... But no, as a business, they made money.
Yeah.
When you look at, like, Chelsea, Man City, there's always that massive loss. Newcastle always made a bit of cash.
And he's just sold them to absolutely rich owners. You talk about club... They might have had to go through the years a bit, but he sold them for an absolute fortune.
But if you actually look at what he does, he normally buys companies that are failing, aka a Derby.
Yeah.
And it is that thing where I think a takeover would be great, and I think it's probably good for Chansiri to probably say, right, I've tried and stuff. And we said in the past that it probably not helped him mentally and stuff like that. But you run the risk of getting it right. Look at Ipswich. Ipswich just got taken over at the start of the season. It's only just getting work thing. And wasn't our valuation something stupid like 150 million from Chansiri?
Well, that's what he said. I think if he is looking for an out, he apparently he's open to very serious talks now with stuff. He's taking serious offers for the club. I think he's probably will cut his losses a little bit. You'll have to cut his losses. Because wasn't he talking about he's put over like 300 million in for us, that sort of stuff, when you believe what you want to believe, but like in that situation, you're definitely gonna have to cut your losses.
Oh,
but
yeah.
even if it's not that, he will have to come up with some sort of situation where he cuts his losses.
The issue with the stadium, though, isn't it? The way you structure a deal, it's why Derby's struggling to be sold.
Yeah,
because you're having to do one deal for the stadium and then one deal for the
Who
club.
else was linked with us?
A Swiss, someone who was Swiss, and I can't find anything on an unknown.
So
kind of
Swiss
thing.
takeover for Sheffield Wednesday. Let's see if there's anything in there.
The only one I could think is why the Swiss one might have popped up is because I think Southampton's old owner was Swiss.
Okay. Of course, this is going around the forums.
Yeah. But it's interesting to see, and it went the person who actually tweeted it is actually quite well at getting things bang on, and he had done in the past.
So Jake brought this topic to us. I think he's brought it to us from Owl's Talk, actually, but it looks like some people have been talking. So that's probably where the in the know stuff's come from.
No, I didn't get this from Owl's Talk.
Did you not?
No, I got this from somebody I know.
Did you?
Yes.
Okay, so there's somebody that you know possibly has been talking to somebody that posted this on Owl's Talk
Yes.
as well. But yeah, this has been going around Owl's Talk as well. But be interesting. Be interesting to see if it would you. What I really want to know is where are Wednesday fans' heads at the minute, because Chansiri has obviously gone and been a bit more quiet, done things, brought the CEO, brought Liam Dooley in. Liam Dooley's his name, right?
Yeah.
COO.
Yeah.
Try to have the operations of the club be a little bit more, take that step back.
But a lot of people's also gone, the timing's bad. Look at the season tickets, and somebody's like, why are there no transfers? Is he not wanting to put any more money in if he's wanting to sell it?
Yes, but then there's also the fact that
there's
the rumour that we're under that soft embargo and Cran and
well,
that,
we are.
and they've been saying that we are in that embargo.
So for people who don't know about the embargo situation, it's not an embargo. When we had the point deduction, we agreed with the EFL to take a transfer restriction where we won't be able to, basically like an embargo, but not an official one.
Yeah.
It was like the agreement we have with the point deduction. Now, a lot of people say, are we going to still be in this come whenever, end of season? From what everyone said, we can go bend again in the summer.
Right.
And the thing is, some people have gone, Darren Moore with money from what he's done now, that could be interesting.
Yeah.
Let's be fair. He built a squad out of nothing. But then you got the other side, what's Darren Moore like with money? Because he's only had money when he was at West Brom.
Yeah, well, I've seen some nastiness about like, oh, well, Darren Moore built this team. He did rebuild it, but he rebuilt it with nothing. He built it with
it's not a rebuild.
Scraps and connections. You know, it's not. You can't rebuild a club.
I think this is a restart.
Yeah.
More than anything.
Yeah,
and I think it's a
exactly.
restart ready for next year, and then have a rebuild. And I think they've done that whole kind of thing where they've gone, right, we're going to put out that we're going for promotion. We don't want to let the fans down. But if we don't get it, we'll have to turn and say, look, I couldn't sign players last season. I was hampered by this. He's not got the excuse, but he's got that kind of clickbait.
Yeah.
To kind of say, they can go, and if he then doesn't do it after that, then you are after. And the thing is, if Moore's on a rolling contract, if his contract is up at end of season, we might be looking at another manager anyway. And especially if you've got
if
takeover.
they could decide to part ways, do all of that. But I really want to know what our community thinks on the takeover thing again, because it does crop up. It keeps the fact that it's cropping up
Like every 2 years.
Yeah, it's not even that, but like on this podcast, it's been going a year. This is the anniversary episode. And
it came last year.
We've done like 3 topics on it because
last year with Alonso.
Yeah, it's happened a few times, and we even talked. I think as close as a couple of months ago, there was links again about him looking for buyers. And not George Byers. We got George Byers. Oh, that's terrible. Absolutely
that was a
terrible.
bad pod.
I might not be a dad, but I've got plenty of dad jokes.
You got the dad jokes.
Yeah, but there was talk about him looking for buyers of the club, and it's cropping up again. So it will be interesting.
The
to see how that one
timing
plays out.
is interesting for me.
Yeah,
the timing.
Do you really care? Do you really like? He needs to go and get a sale, or
the problem is the telling thing is for us is when we do our big financial episode when we get the accounts.
Yeah,
because next year's accounts are going to be interesting.
I enjoy doing the accounts episodes.
I know you do. You're like you're a secret accountant. Yeah. You enjoy like facts and numbers and stuff.
Yeah.
Well, I can't stand them.
Oh, no, I don't like them when I have to do them for like actual serious.
But you've got to remember next year will be interesting because that'll be the year with everything with no gates. sales and see how
It'll
much.
be
I hope
show.
it shows how much money we actually do make from iFollow.
Yeah.
Because the split for iFollow is actually
they
pretty
make
decent.
enough off me when I do my watch-alongs.
Yep.
So, yeah.
Let
us know in the comments what you... There is... Oh, the plug, he's got it. Let us know what you think on the potential Wednesday takeover. Who would you like to see come in for Sheffield Wednesday? If you've got any insight, let us know in the comments below.
And if you want to privately, email us.
Yes, talkingwednesdaypodcast@gmail.com. That would be excellent if you could do that. That would be something that would be ideal for us. I was just checking if we had any incoming information. Have we got any incoming information? Okay.
Oh.
What's the incoming information? You can talk to us.
Yes.
Which one?
Which one?
Oh.
So that one.
So you're talking about takeovers. If you actually search for it, our video pops up. So yes, we have talking about it recently. So there's that. But yeah, let us know. Number 1 result, brilliant,
nice one.
Wonderful. Let's
The
see.
Googles.
Let's see if this is a breakout. It does the same. Let us know in the comments.